What's going on, guys? Welcome back, and today we're going to be going through a sort of a different approach to a pile of shame and how best to get through it. There I was, sitting in my studio of opportunity and realised, oh man, I get sidetracked so easily. I will get a box of models, get really excited to put them together, and then suddenly realise that I've painted up two and I've moved on to another box. So to put that into a bit of context, I am an Imperial Guard Astra Militarum player who has a complete Grey Knight army from getting sidetracked and going, ooh, they look cool, I want to paint them. I'm not saying that everyone does this, but everyone does this in a different way. Some hoard unopened boxes like a dragon's treasure, and others assemble and store them like a king's gold, and a few buy what they want, paint them up, and get more. We should be more like them, but instead I'm going to call them out as they're being too sensible. The main reason for my backlog is because back at the beginning of the year, when I got back into the hobby, I went a little bit overboard because, well, adult money, and the child inside me just went, ooh, I remember that model. Aha, a Baneblade? Well, those were kick-ass back in the day. I guess I'll buy three then, because obviously that made sense. I didn't even have the rulebook at this point. I just wanted to buy the cool model and paint it up. I mean, I'd say I'm more of a painter and builder than I am an actual tabletop gamer, as I've only got one mucker who I've managed to semi-draw back into the game. And he plays D&D, so it wasn't that hard to convince him. But playing's a bit harder, as he lived in London, I'm in Devon, so we only really get to play on like holidays and some weekends. We might get like a small skirmish in. Now, why am I telling you this? Well, it makes me more sporadic in how I approach the hobby. Hence all the half-assembled and half-base-coated models. Now, what I've done is I've decided I'm going to try and tackle my backlog in a different way. A way that's going to get myself excited to paint these models that I've cast aside and I've forced them to watch as I paint up all these other models before them. And I think you guys should give this a try as well. So I saddled up the doggo, grabbed some paints and brushes, and I went for a walk. The aim was to get an idea of how can I include nature into my painting scheme. And what I've got here is an eliminator, and I've seen a lot of people paint their cloaks as reactive camouflage. So I got an idea. The main thing of camouflage is to break up the shape of the human body and to allow it to blend into the environment in which it's situated. And that's why I've gone and plonked myself in the middle of absolutely nowhere up on Dartmoor, so that I can look at all the different colours, all the different shapes, and get myself that really good reference, that first-hand reference on how I'm going to paint this up without using a camouflage pattern that militaries use today. So once I'd managed to get home, because the dog was getting a bit cold, I was getting a bit cold, and we were both a little bit hungry. Although when am I not hungry, I suppose. Anyway, once we got back, I painted up the rest of this model, and then I painted up the other two that came with it. And there we go. That's the idea. I'm going to get myself out into nature, I'm going to get a bit of fresh air, a bit of exercise, and it's going to help me to motivate myself through to paint the rest of these models. So there we are, a bit of a short video for this one, But I hope it gets the point across that there's more than one way to tackle your pile of shame or pile of ambition or pile of opportunity, whatever you want to call it. If you've got a better idea or your own tips, leave a comment down below to let others know. It's been a pleasure as always, and I really do hope to see you in the next one.